I'm back. Hi everybody, it's me, Happy Anderson, and I've done one flip through already, so I'm gonna do my second flip through, and this one will be Esther is her name, and she will be available on thejunkgypsy.com. And then the next one that I will do is this one, which is Cosette. But they're so packed full of ephemera that I decided to split them up. So these three are being released now. I have three more that I hope to have released by the end of next week. So I made the wraps extremely long, and the reason being is that they are so full of ephemera. My hope is that you'll use them to all this extra ribbon to create more items for either this journal or your other journal. Each one has a brooch, and I keep saying it, but that I was waiting on these and they far exceeded my expectation. There are actually pens if you want to use them, but they were ordered just for these journals, and they are stunning. So this is actually, it means the Dream Keeper in French. And there's lots of little, every one of them has a little piece of bling, but there's lots of little dangles and baubles hanging off, and each one has my logo, which is Happy Anderson, as well as a few little other dangles as well. So we'll start with the cover, and it's just a beautiful collage mix. This one does have a pocket if you wanted to use it, but there are just some vintage fabrics, some newer fabrics that I dyed in the back, but all of these were made, some of them were made with antique fabrics, and I just absolutely love how it turned out. And then she's got her name. It's a hidden spine. I use vintage file folders, which still have some give, so there's some flexibility, but they're a lot sturdier than today's file folders. That's why I use them. Some vintage buttons. This is one of the only things on it that's actually new is this particular, I got it, Boho Tree. I just love her stuff, and I went crazy and ordered a bunch of stuff, and so I'm trying to use it. So amazing first page, me and a first page. You see that? It shimmers, bling. So let's start on this side. So this is a vintage postcard. And then I backed them with, this is embossed paper, vintage music paper, and then just a receipt. And there's going to be tons of files in here. 99.9% of these files are my own, but I have no problem purchasing from other journal makers. And the Old Design Shop, I think I have a few of her printables in here, and maybe Ruby and Pearl. I know I use some of hers in some of the journals, but I'm not 100% sure. But again, everybody has a dream, and plus I think they're beautiful. So I have no problem using other people's things. Now, I keep saying I did accidentally delete my website, and I've been building it back up. This is a vintage card, unused, so you can journal. You have all that journaling space. So I will be looking for design team members shortly. So if you're interested, just shoot me a message. But I'll put something on the website, hopefully mid to late June. And it'll have a call for it. This, I don't know what I was doing, but this is just another big page that you can journal on. All right, more journaling space. A large journal card. It's an old ad. It is a tuck spot, as well as plenty of places to journal. This is an embossed paper, and it's a tuck spot as well. Some vintage stationery, and it has a few tags inside. This is a tuck spot. There's that paper. I'm telling you, it's probably in my, I say top 10, but probably my top 2. I love that printable. Another receipt that I added a little ruffle to, and it's on some vintage music paper. I also just started, I'm doing a major de-stash sale. So I think I listed like 40 or 50 books on the website, and I have a ton more. I just moved from a really, really large house where I had like a 1,200 square foot craft room to a 2-bedroom cottage with a tuck of a craft space. So, and I keep buying more. That's my thing. If I wasn't buying anymore and I was using my stuff, that's one thing. But I think it's time to release them into the wild and let other people love and enjoy a lot of the beautiful things that I have, because there's not enough time. And I keep buying more. So this is embossed paper. It's just a little collage I did. I love that sound. Some vellum and then beautiful, beautiful handwriting. Another little dangle. This is avocado dyed paper. Coffee dyed paper. I use coffee and tea stain papers. This is some vintage wallpaper that I made a tuck with. Beautiful embossed paper with an extra large journaling card. I love, and that's avocado dyed paper. I love making extra large cards. I don't know, I love them. So here's an actual card, and then I made a spot so you can journal behind it. That's so pretty. Again, some avocado dyed paper. I do sometimes I will double dye my avocado papers, and they come out so much darker. Like, let's see if I can find one. So like this, that one's double dyed versus this. And then when I boil the dyes to make them, some of them I will boil for like 4 to 6 hours, which actually makes the color that much more intense. Again, crinkle paper. How amazing is that image? This is a printable that I have, and I'm, again, not sure if it's up on the site. I'm working very diligently to try to get up, but I have thousands of files. I did make one in remembrance of my mom for Mother's Day. It's called Love Not Gloria, because my mom has dementia now and can't remember my name. So when I'd ask her my name, she'd say Gloria. So for weeks I kept saying, I'm not Gloria. And when I asked her what my name was, she started saying, not Gloria. And I at first thought she meant that, I'm not Gloria. Then I realized she thinks my name not is part of it. She thinks I'm literally not Gloria. And it was just so endearing to me. And so and for Mother's Day, when I was with her in the hospital, I created a kit called Love Not Gloria, made a journal with it. And I made it very affordable. It's like $2.99. It's on the website. It's beautiful. It's thejunkgypsy.com. You can go check it out. It should be under digitals. Some vintage. I think this was some binding, but it's so pretty. It's even got like a little shimmer to it. Some vintage ledger from 1938, and I just shored it up with tons of tape and even some handmade paper, because it is kind of fragile. And that's your little dangles hanging off the middle. All right, we made it halfway through. That font book that I have and love so much. I'm gonna make up some kits. I keep saying I'm gonna, but I really am. I started when these are gonna be in the kit, because the book is like yay thick, and so I know I can't use all the pages. So I'm all about sharing. All right, this. Script writing, huh? Everybody says they love my handwriting, but I don't think I do as great a job as some of these people that I watch. I'm just in awe. More embossed paper, and then it just flips out so you can journal. I still practice though. I still try. I mean, I've been doing it for years. I can actually calligraphy, but I like the new style of writing that everybody does. And there's card after card. Here's a little journaling card. That green that I love so much. And this is a tuck spot. It's a printable that I did and made a tag out of. This tuck spot, journaling space. So there's a cord, journaling cord, tucked in here. And I did a little decoupaging. Oh, I guess I should take this off so you can see. This is some vintage wallpaper. that I just made an extra large journaling tag on. And more ruffles, another extra large tag, some collaging, dangle, another collage tag, and there's plenty of tuck spots. I just absolutely love that embossing photo, and that's avocado dyed paper. And it's just the extra large tag that I made. Some vintage music paper. Oh, I was trying to pull that apart. What was I thinking? Okay, another spread that I absolutely love. Let's start on this side. You don't actually have to open it, but I will. So there's a large tag, another tag, but I made, it's a blue-green that I tea stained, or coffee stained, excuse me. And that's some vintage stationery that I have. I'll just put a ticket to help reinforce this side. A little ruffle. And then here's another vintage card. This one is signed, but I love me a Lily of the Valley, which is what drew me to this card. And it's got a little gold shimmer to it. But are you ready for this? This. I love the colors in this. And then you have all of this in which you can journal on. And we even have a little bride. I just really, this page makes me smile. You know, I love all the pages, but every now and then you'll flip a page and you're just like, I am just so in love. This just screams happy. Some lace, vintage postcard, got a receipt. And again, you can journal, like, you know, I would use this entire thing to journal on. But you're welcome to cut it up and make other journal cards if you need them. And once again, I make sure nothing is really overly complicated to like stick in, everything fits well, but for some reason when I get on camera, I struggle to put things back. There we go. Oh, this is a little heart tag. And here's another, some French. This guy wrote so incredibly small. It's a French letter from the 1950s. And then this back is a tag that I made. It also has a tuck spot, a little bit of ruffle, and then there's a couple more receipts on the back. So it is packed full of ephemera. So here she is again. It is Esther, and she is on thejunkgypsy.com. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and like me on Instagram at originaljunkgypsy. Until next time, we'll see you. Oh, I also was going to say that I will put some of these in here. These are textile cards that I made. I'm making a video, and you can buy these textile cards to print and make your own on the website, which is thejunkgypsy.com. There's tons of them. I think there's like 7 or 8 different pages that you can use, and they're different sizes. And so even though they weren't in here, each one will get a couple of these. Okay, again, thanks everybody. See you soon.